Hello, and welcome to another edition of Capital Blueprints, creating multiple streams of income using a self-directed IRA. This is part 2 in a continuing series of short YouTube videos to help you better understand the power of using your IRA for things besides stocks, bonds, mutual funds. Today we're going to talk about the aspect of what an IRA can actually make investments in. You have the traditional investments, as we talked about. You can make an investment in a stock, in a bond, or a mutual fund, and those are the most common things that financial advisors recommend to you. But what most people don't realize is that your IRA can also harness the power of non-traditional investments. For example, you can buy real estate. This picture here happens to be a piece of property that I purchased in Indianapolis for $50,000. It now has 2 tenants in it because it is a 2-unit, each paying $800 a side. My IRA is making $1,600 a month for a $50,000 investment. This particular investment is only going to increase in value over time because of the timeliness of my investment in this market. Other examples would be using a private bank concept where instead of actually buying real estate or getting too far out of a non-traditional route, you can become a private bank. You can lend money to more active investors such as Capital Blueprints and actually control the deal. Because you hold the money, you actually set the terms of the investment for more active investors. Great strategy for those people that are looking to get monthly income into their IRA but not have to make an active investment. Another perfect example is contract notes. Buying a mortgage note where somebody's going to pay you a series of payments over a period of time that is also secured by an asset. So imagine the bank that you pay the monthly mortgage payment to. What if you were the bank that they paid monthly payments to? Those are just a couple examples of non-traditional investments you can do in your IRA. Couple more fun examples of things that you can do in your IRA. Not that real estate is not the most exciting thing in the world, but here's some additional ideas that we've seen people do in their IRA and just kind of give you some thought starters. Imagine buying a racehorse that you actually cheer on at the Kentucky Derby that you bought in your IRA. If that racehorse wins the grand prize of $2.5 million as it was this past year, your IRA can make that return tax-free. How about a bucking bull? This is an actual investment that my wife and I are doing. She is buying a bucking bull that will tour on the professional bull riding circuit. And all the proceeds, all the profit that the bulls make in her IRA is going to be tax-free. A very common investment that people make is gold. Most people don't know that you can buy gold in your IRA. Now there are some basic stipulations such as you cannot actually hold the gold. A third party has to maintain possession of that gold, and it also has to be in bullions. So it has to be a certain type of gold investment that a third party has to manage for you. How about a private company? How about if you had the ability to invest in the next Google or the next Amazon.com? Private companies are offerings that allow your IRA to buy a percentage of a private company that can grow over time with your IRA. So if you can imagine making a $100,000 investment in Google in its infancy, can you imagine how much money that your IRA would have right now? And if you did it in a Roth environment, that'd be tax-free. So imagine having $1 billion tax-free. That's very real using non-traditional investments. And then finally, another example is oil wells. A very popular thing that the founder of Equity Trust did in actually making an investment in oil wells back in the 70s and 80s. So these are just a couple examples of non-traditional investments. Obviously, we talked a lot about real estate, and that is the most common, and something that Capital Blueprints specializes in helping people do is buy real estate in their IRA and actually buy real estate that produces passive income. But if you're also interested in some of these more non-traditional investments, these are also very attractive options as well. Now as we close, again we mentioned we'd like to see you follow us on Twitter. Our handle is MyCapBlue, and my name is Kevin Kazmarek, and my individual Twitter account is SDIRAExpert. And we ask that if you have interest in learning more about self-directed IRAs and taking action for your own retirement planning, feel free to like us on Capital Blueprints with Facebook, and also visit us at capitalblueprints.com. And before we leave you, final disclosure, Capital Blueprints LLC and its affiliates do not provide investment advice or endorse any products. All information and materials are for educational purposes only. All parties are encouraged to consult with their attorney, accountants, and financial advisor before entering into any type of investment. We thank you so much for your time and look forward to future videos giving you free education on using the power of a self-directed IRA for wealth building. Thank you.